Congratulations to the two of you ladies. I absolutely loved this film, and I think it's one of the best films of the year. Wow. Yes, I thought it was so funny when you said Grandpa smells like stinky old tofu. Did you improvise any of the lines in the film, Nina?
I actually forgot, but yes, I did like add a little bit in the film, like the Mamamoo K-pop, the dancing.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually my freestyle. So
when you were dancing in the apartment?
Yeah,
that's cool.
My freestyle.
Oh, I love that. I was wondering if you did that on your own.
Yeah.
That's so funny. And was riding around Taipei in the city and like the scooters, the two of you, like the sister relationship was so good to watch. How was it riding around the city in the scooters? Because that was like a big part of the film.
Yeah, it is. I think it's just, I feel comfortable with it because I ride a motorcycle.
You do?
In my real life.
Wow.
So I kind of just enjoy it. And plus a little younger sister with riding a motorcycle around the Taipei. I think I just enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it was really, really fun. Yeah, I love that. And Shih-Yuan, I loved watching your character because she had so many different emotions throughout this. Watching her character arc was amazing. I'm curious for you, what was your emotional entryway point into her, and how did you most connect with Ian on set?
Most connected with Ian on set? Oh, I think she is a person who dare to hate, dare to love. I think this part of a personality is really relate to me. I think we both know what we like, what we don't like.
Yes.
And at the time, at the age when I was filming, I think I also want to prove that I can be independent at that time. So yeah, it's a big part that I can relate to her.
And of course, I love the scenes with the meerkat, Goo Goo. How was it acting with the meerkat? Was he really friendly? Talk about those scenes.
Actually, when I first met him, it's like, what is that?
What is that?
It's like a cat, but it's bigger.
Yes.
And I'm a little bit afraid and nervous, but when we are like on set and the second time I meet him, it's like, okay, let's do this. And I heard like, I need to pick him up. It's like, what? I need to pick him up and a little bit scared and nervous. But his owner said, oh, he won't scratch, but at the end, he scratched everyone.
Well, Nina, last question for you. I really thought the scene where, of course, you know, your character, she's upset about her left hand. Her grandpa told her that it's the devil's hand, and that scene where she's, you know, you have that knife and she's trying to cut it off, and you have that beautiful crying scene. Is it easy for you to cry on set? How did you perform all those emotional scenes? You did so amazing.
Actually, I just listened to sad music.
Oh, you did?
But at the time when we are filming, my dad told me, you need to be careful because the knife is so heavy.
Right.
Is it a real knife?
Real knife.
It did look real.
Okay.
It's real.
It was real in that scene? Wow, that's scary. Well, you did an amazing job, and obviously the sad music helped. I would chat with the two of you all day, but this was so wonderful to chat with you, and your performances were breathtaking. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I love your outfits. I just realized the tie, like the sparkly outline of the tie.
Right?
Shih-Ching, so nice to meet you, and congratulations on this masterpiece.
Thank you.
Literally cried for 10 minutes after I finished this film. I think it's the best foreign language film of the year, and the story was phenomenal, so congratulations to you, truly.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I thought this film was just so beautiful and moving and had so many different emotions throughout. I'm honestly curious what the inspiration was for this particular story for this family.
Well, it actually started from when my grandfather told me in high school. He saw me use knife with left hand, and he told me left hand is devil's hand, and you're not supposed to use it. So I think, you know, at the time I wasn't even left-handed anymore. I got corrected very early on when I was in kindergarten. But I guess my body remembers it. So I use knife and scissors and, you know, holding glass and also microphone with my left hand.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know, at the time I heard it, I was like in shock because it's such a sense of guilt, and also I didn't know what I did wrong. So I remember that for the longest time, and not until I met Sean in New York when I studied when I was studying my master degree in New School. We met in the editing room, and he, you know, we bonded through liking the same type of movie. You watch a lot of Dogma 95 movies and a lot of socialism movies. And I told him about Left-Handed Girl, you know, about like what my grandfather told me.
Right.
So actually, that in that moment, like early 2000, we wanted to make this film.
Wow.
So that was even before the first film, Takeout, we make in 2003.
Wow, it's been amazing to see your guys' partnership over the years, for sure. I also loved all of the scenes with the meerkat on set. I was talking with Nina about that and working with the meerkat. Obviously, when you have an animal on set, it adds that extra level of unpredictability. Talk about filming those scenes and just having that meerkat on set because he was so cute.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was very special because I never really personally, like, really have a pet as a meerkat before. So for me, also, it's very, like, the first time, very special. And when the meerkat came on set, I think everybody was a little bit nervous because we know he's very small, and also he's, like, running around really quickly. So we always trying to, like, every time he comes, the meerkat came, we had to make sure the door is closed, and then we had to limit the crew member in the room because we don't want to step on the meerkat.
Another very memorable scene, going back to your story with your grandfather, is the scene when we see Yi-Jing with the knife and it's very, very startling to see that scene and how emotional she feels about her hand. And Nina said she said, my dad told me to be careful because it was an actual knife. Talk about, and she said she listened to sad music. Talk about filming that scene with her because you could just really feel everything she was feeling throughout the performance throughout the film.
Yeah, she's such a genius little actress, you know, and she already had 3 years of acting experience on commercials.
Wow,
so she knew exactly what to do in front of camera and, you know, when she's like on break. And I have to thank her mom, like her parents, they are wonderful. They prepare her at home, you know, reading through all the script to her and help her memorize the line. So when she came to set, she's like perfectly ready, you know, and she would a lot of times she was able to put in her own words, like acting the scene. So on that particular scene, I remember, you know, they have this very special method to make her cry.
Yes.
So I cannot take credit for that. And so they will play very sad music first and then tell her a sad story. You know, a lot of time it will be, oh, just imagine you have a puppy and the puppy is going to go tomorrow. You won't be able to see the puppy again. And then most of the time she will, you know, she will be able to cry after that.
One of the best scenes in the film is that banquet scene where everything happens. You have that on the entire ensemble, all of the characters in that scene, and we see Ian have that emotional breakthrough moment. What was it like in that scene? Because you have the entire ensemble, we get that emotional gut punch. What was it like filming that scene? How long did it take to film that final scene?
Oh wow, that scene took us 3 days to film. You know, because there are part. You know, the first part is that people get ready, and the second part is the other couple came up, and the third part is like when all the secret reveal in the end. So,
the speeches.
Yeah. So it took us a while to kind of, you know, plan that.
Yes.
So when we have everybody on, especially at that banquet location, you know, we have to kind of orchestrate, make sure everybody understand, like we have to clear the set because we have all the iPhone came up to set. Usually we have 2, you know, normally, but on this particular scene we have probably 4 iPhones.
Wow.
So everybody has to try to avoid each other because from every angle there's a camera.
Right.
But when we, you know, and especially when there's no rehearsal, we didn't have any rehearsal on this film ever. So I asked everybody to prepare their role at home and put in their own life kind of life experience into the role.
Wow.
Because growing up in Taiwan, I think they all have very similar background.
Yeah.
People don't really say love to each other. They kind of just use it. They say it with action.
Right. I see. Yeah.
So it's very like kind of repressed type of love. So I kind of want the people to bring that into their role. And shooting the scene was really special because when they were like fighting on the stage, they're all crying, the three actors, and I turn around, all the extras sitting at the table, most of them are my mom's friends.
Oh, wow.
And all of them were crying with the actors. So, in that moment, I knew we did this scene like perfectly because the emotion really, really passed on everybody in the room.
That's so special that your mom's friends, your aunties, were there as
Yes.
well. That's so sweet. Well, it was so nice to chat with you. And I am so excited for audiences to continue to watch Left-Handed Girl. I think it's a masterpiece, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
your
so
interview.
much.